Hey, my name's Beth Nicole, and I'm here as I was invited by the Sexual Futurists to do a short series of videos for them on sex and give my own sexual experiences to help enlighten anyone with any general questions. My first reaction when I got the invite was, hello, I'm an 18 going on 19-year-old. What the hell do I know about sex? Which should be the reaction from any of you under the age of 20, to be honest. Yes, you've done the deed in various and exciting methods that anyone would class as gaining experience. But it doesn't make you wise on the topic, and you'd be naive to think otherwise. The fact is, when it comes to sex, there is one thing we all seem to forget when we're wrapped up in all the libido and arousal of the situation. Consequences. In my life, I'm no stranger to these. There are several reasons for this. The main one being, for the last century, my mother's side of the family have always had at least 5 generations alive all at once, without the great-great-grandmother being over the age of 100. An accomplishment that basically means the women of my family have all managed to have a child under approximately the age of 20. The current record for the oldest female to have her firstborn in my family is just 23. Just recently, my family were blessed with yet another new arrival. My cousin was 22 when she found out she was pregnant, therefore my grandfather turned and pointed to me and my cousin, who is 2 years older than me, and said, "You're next." It's like an unspoken law of my family that by the age of 16, girls just have to open the legs so we can dip in, go fishing, dip out, then we start popping the infants out. You could say, wow, the women in your family clearly have a great fertility rate. Or then again, maybe you could say, maybe they're all just a bunch of slacks. The truth is, all the story does show is that they all seem to have not been taught enough on how to avoid unwanted pregnancies. When it comes to Western Europe, the UK has the highest teenage birth and abortion rates. In the world, we are second only to the United States of America. And in England and Wales alone, 2009 revealed that in that 1 year, 38,259 girls, that's nearly 40,000 girls, aged between 15 and 17, conceived. There are many reasons for this, but main one is that results show that the following methods of contraception are used by teenagers in preventing conception. If you're both virgins. Unfortunately, if you're both virgins, it's completely irrelevant. All this really means is the experience is likely to be clumsy and awkward, because the fact is, you're both virgins, you're inexperienced, which, by the way, is completely natural. A couple that claim they've had their first time with anyone and they had like 5 orgasms. Well, they're lying, I can tell you that now, but you probably should have figured that out for yourself. If the girl is on the pill. Unfortunately, the problem with the pill is, while it's highly effective for most individuals, it is only effective for approximately 24 hours, varying on each individual female. And if you miss this very specific time gap for your body by even a fraction of a second, then you are putting yourself at risk, doing it anally or even orally. For those that are experienced, you'll agree with me when I say that practice proves that accidents do happen. Condoms break and overflow from time to time, and it's not hard to believe that semen could easily spill into a woman when you didn't want it to. When the girl is on her period. Unfortunately for us girls, sperm lives for up to 5 days, so whether you're on or off your period, it simply doesn't matter, you can still get pregnant. This is probably the most common cause of teenage conception other than condoms breaking, as you simply cannot predict each other's body cycles, when the lad simply withdraws his penis before ejaculation. If only it were this simple, lads. The fact is, whether you're male or female, if your body is aroused, you produce this thing called pre-cum, or as the girls call it, get wet. It is designed to make penetration easier and smoother, and works as a lubricant, but pre-cum is just as fertile as regular jizz, so ladies, please don't fall for letting them put it in unprotected. Doing it in water. Just because skinny dipping is super hot does not make it super protective. Doing it standing up, or just the common myth that if the girl's on top, it doesn't matter. She can and still likely will get pregnant. When the lad says, trust me. Okay, so I don't care if he's really sweet and like the new Mr. Darcy. The words trust me have never had a shard of evidence showing that they work as a magical form of contraception. Real contraception is easy to find and purchase, and it's not embarrassing to do so either. And if you really think it is embarrassing, which to me suggests that you're not mature enough to be doing it anyway, let me ask you this, what's worse? Being embarrassed for 5 minutes asking your doctor for an effective method of contraception, or having to go through the awkward moment of this, Daddy, I'm pregnant. Something I wish more people I went to high school with had done. It makes you a man, and quite frankly, if you're mature enough to not throw away your future as you're a naive, horny teenager, then you, my friend, have much bigger balls than the guys who parade around insisting they do it all the time without protection because it feels better. For starters, those guys are probably lying. And secondly, it'll feel way worse when they're changing diapers in 9 months' time. I guess I consider myself lucky. I've learned a lot about sexual education due to my really good upbringing in education. I couldn't be more grateful too. I understand others aren't as lucky. For example, some people's schools and families' religious beliefs will go against educating people in these ways. So that's why, even though I have my next edition planned already, if you have any questions on sex, pregnancy, or even my own experience and want to have advice for yourself, leave a comment or message below and I will address it in the next video I make. So you don't have to be embarrassed about learning things nobody wants to ask their mum or dad. For example, I always thought that dogging meant doing it doggy style. I only recently found out it means doing it in the back of a car or a van.